So hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 17 of our FM24 Manager Save here on the channel. Now, when you last left us, we were riding the crest of a wave after promotion, it must be said. You saw us hammer Cheltenham 4-2 and things were looking very, very rosy indeed. Then we started to misfire a bit. We lost to Barnsley, which can happen. Barnsley are a decent side. We then won against Chesterfield and then beat Morecambe, but we were anything but comfortable against the bottom side Morecambe. In fact, me and David McGoldrick, who I really like in real life, had a bit of a spat regarding the refereeing. And then we came to play Wycombe, and it's got to be said, before this game, I just got a feeling that we were going to get hammered, and I don't know what it were. Wycombe, obviously a very big side, physical side. I know what we were up against, and even our two central midfielders before the game, it came up saying they felt uncomfortable against the opposition about being out-muscled, and by God were we scored in the 4th minute. It were all looking very good, and then we took one hell of an hiding to Wycombe, 6-1. Then we lost 3-1 to Accrington. It just started to fall to pieces a bit. We managed to just about beat Tranmere 3-2. That were a positive result. We beat Doncaster in the FA Cup away from home, a team in League One, so that was a very decent result. Got us through to the second round of the FA Cup, which you will be seeing on today's episode. Then we lost to Sutton, drew away at Stockport, and then we beat Manchester City's under-21s despite really trying to get knocked out of the Bristol Street Motors Trophy. And we've just beaten Colchester 2-0 and kept us first clean sheet in God knows how long. But we have got Barrow and Forest Green today. Barrow in the League 2 and Forest Green in the FA Cup with a chance to get to the third round. Just to bring you up to date on the league table, we are currently sat in 6th position. We're doing okay. It's very tight at the top, as you can see. And this is going to be a tough game against Barrow. 20th in the table. It's a team we should be beating. And this is the team that will be going into it. Now, it must be said, we are picking more on form at the minute than we are on reputation. So this is the team. It's Dewhurst in goal. The back three of Hull, Chaplin and Hutchinson is back in. Bailey, Robson and Tatonda are in the midfield, with Berry and Scales. Marsh in the number 10. Louis Marsh has been playing very, 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 very well of late, supporting Michael Smith up front. Michael Smith, who is on 19 goals for the season and is the league's top scorer by some distance. So hopefully we'll see another positive performance here. Cian Scales must be noted back in the side after a bit of an exodus. He's been playing in all the cup games, but he had a wonderful game against Manchester City. Scored an absolute screamer in the last game. So he has kept his place in the team, which I'm more than happy to do. If he's playing well, we'll keep him in at this moment, because we were scratching around, we were tweaking the tactic, and you know when you start to hit that little bit of form when you're just not quite feeling it, you start tinkering with things, maybe doing the wrong things. That's where we were. So hopefully we can start to improve again and keep ourselves in the hunt for automatic promotion. We've got a signing coming in on loan, a centre-half, which I'm very excited about in January. I'll show you that after this game. But we'll talk about leadership and determination, as Hutchinson does exceptionally well to pluck that out of the air. Max Bardell, the right wing-back, must be said, has definitely got his injury issues. He seems to play one game as Louis Marsh going forward and hits the post, courtesy of a deflection from the Barrow centre-half. Yeah, Max Bardell seems to play 2 games and he gets injured. We can't get him having a run in the side at the moment. And he's out for 3 weeks at the moment. So it's been a bit disappointing for Max Bardell, who was one of the star performers early doors. But it has given Max Robson a chance at right wing back. So we're okay with that. We're controlling possession, which we are okay with. I mean, if we have a look at the stats, we've had 6 shots. They're yet to have a shot on target or a shot regardless. We're just going to go positive. Everybody's quite encouraged at the moment anyway. But if we could get a win here, set us up for the FA Cup for second round tie against Forest Green. I'd like to get to the third round of the FA Cup. That'd be a big, big bonus for us. We're just ticking up towards 70 minutes now. We are going to make a substitution after this highlight, as it's Robson into Scales, goes all the way back to Jake Hull, back into Owen Bailey. Owen Bailey's been very, very good in midfield. We are comfortable in possession at the back, as Jake Hull now has it on the right-hand side. Goes into Louis Marsh, now into Adam Berry, who strikes it, and Beach watches it go over the bar. That is going to prompt some changes for us now. I think Andre Brooks would be a good one. I mean, nobody's having a particularly stunning game, are they? I think Andre Brooks can come on for Adam Berry. Striker-wise, we seem to be causing problems up front, so I don't really want to change any of these, but I am going to bring on Connor Wickham. for Michael Smith. And I think his last trick will be David Tutonda. Will it be David Tutonda? Maybe not. Maybe it won't be. No, I think we'll leave it at that for the moment. We've got Adekoya to come on if we should need to, but we do have a corner to defend from Barrow, which is headed away well by Connor Wickham. And here is Andre Brooks straight into the thick of things, trying to win possession, but Barrow do return it and bring it back, and they are in at the back post, and that is some save from Marcus Dewhurst. Dewhurst, who's been very, very good as per in recent weeks. He's a very good player for us, a very important player for us, as we've got another corner to defend, and Wickham does look to head it away, but Dewhurst does claim it. I am thinking we possibly need 1 or 2 more changes here, so we are going to make them. We're going to put Marsh in to the midfield. Adekoya can come on and play up front with Connor Wickham. I think as an advanced forward, we'll have him. And Connor Wickham can drop onto the target man as support. And just looking anywhere else, do we need any changes? No, I think we'll go with that. That seems good to me. 75 minutes would be very nice to get a winner here at Barrow. We have had the better. We've had 60% possession, 11 shots, 5 of those on target. We are known for conceding late goals, it must be said, but as we tick up towards full time, it is 2 clean sheets in a row, but sadly, no goals for us and no wins. We possibly should have at least got 1 there. I'm going to say we were unlucky. I thought we were. But next up, FA Cup, second round at home to Forest Green. So just before we get into the FA Cup game, this is the man who's coming in on loan in January, Sam McClelland from Lincoln City. Determination 20, bravery 16, leadership 19, teamwork 17. He can head. He's not that bad at tackling. He's got jumping reach and he's 6'3". He looks like a proper centre-half, and we like a proper centre-half here at Scunthorpe. But without any further ado, we are going to get stuck in to this FA Cup game. I really want to win this, and this is the team that's going out. We've had to rotate as we've got to do with this squad we've got. It's Dewhurst it's not Dewhurst in goal because Campbell's our cup keeper. It's Campbell in goal, a back four of Saidi, Tipton and Hutchinson, Waldron, Shabab and Kenlock. Brooks and Berry are the midfield two, with Wickham and Adekoya starting up front. We want to win this one. We want to get through to the third round of the FA Cup. It's big for us. We're not the most cash-rich team in the world, as he's proven in real life as well. So I expect us to try and win this, to really be positive. It must be said the board are actually expecting us to win this as well. So it's going to be an interesting game against a decent Forest Green side who are in our league as well. So we're playing our same league opposition. Hopefully, we will get a win and create a few more chances than we possibly did in the Barrow game. They are starting with a 5 at the back as well. And I'm hoping set pieces might be key here. We've got a couple of big lads up top as well in terms of Adekoya and Connor Wickham. Connor Wickham getting a more rare start nowadays. He does tend to alternate with Michael Smith as Berry tries to latch onto that, and Adam Berry certainly does. He's looking for options, or will he go it alone? Adam Berry into the box, crosses it in, and there is Leslie Adekoya getting his 3rd goal of the season. We've played him on a pressing forward. He wants to press. Let's let the man press. We are 1-0 up against Forest Green Rovers, and that is a decent goal. And Adam Berry, take a bow some, because that is lovely work down the right-hand side. I thought this man might actually commit to the tackle. He didn't, and Adekoya has a tap-in on the edge of the 6-yard box, and he stood where all good centre-forwards should be stood. Take note, Ollie McBurney. 27 minutes gone, and Forest Green have their first highlight now, as I've got the crowd sounds turned right up in these headphones. Townsend West. I mean, one thing we've been guilty of, we tend to go in front in games. We always take that looked offside. I would suggest that was offside. We've got a couple of our defenders waving their hands up in air, and it certainly was. We tend to go in front in games, we certainly do, but we tend to, about 70 minutes, we tend to drop off a cliff, as we've just noticed. We've had the notification Connor Wickham has picked up an injury, so Michael Smith will be coming on for this game. I wasn't planning to use him, but we will have to now. Yeah, we tend to concede late goals. We tend to throw away leads, and it's something I'm really trying to work out why. I'm not sure. As you can see on the bottom left-hand side, we are balanced. We're not exactly pushing everyone forward. Formation-wise, we should have enough to defend. I'm happy with how we've dominated possession so far. Yeah, so it's a little bit concerning at times. I'm just making sure we've got nobody else injured. No, we haven't. But we're going to work out why. We've tried to start time wasting a little bit towards the end of games. We've tried to go to a lower block, which I think is what we are going to start doing. If we get to sort of 70, 80 minutes, we're going to try a little bit of a lower block, and it's on the break a little bit more as we go into Adam Berry again, who strikes the crossbar. My word, he hit that with some venom. But Forest Green survive. It's still only 1-0. And while it's only 1-0, they will fancy themselves. I mean, look at this on left-hand side here. They've had 2 shots. They haven't had 1 on target yet. As Sean Hutchinson goes back into Ollie Tipton. We've got a good blend of youth and experience in this side as well. I'm quite happy with the team we've built. I think we possibly need 2 or 3 good players in January to add to this and possibly make us promotion candidates. But Leslie Adikoya showing that this loan hasn't been a waste. He's not really played much. He's been in the cup games mostly, come on for 5 or 10 minutes now and again. But Adikoya, it was a lovely ball out to Waldron, young man at right back, has had his difficulties this season, it must be said. But Adikoya, in the pressing forward role, seems to be quite effective. So fair play to Adikoya. We will, of course, have the 3rd round draw for the FA Cup if we are in it. But with 15 minutes to go, I haven't got much I would like to do. Michael Smith, is he injured? He is injured. Michael Smith's injured, so he's got to come off now. So that's going to call for... Ooh, I'm going to bring on Kian Scales, I think. Kian Scales can come on. He can just drop into here, play as a shadow striker. That works for me. Basically playing the same formation, but... I don't want to take any risk with Michael Smith. He's scored a lot of goals this season. And it would be a huge shame to get him injured for a prolonged period of time, especially in an FA Cup game. But it must be said, this is possibly one of the most dominant performances we've had for a long time. We win 2-0. Adikoya's having a good jump around. We're all happy with that. That's going to bring us in some good money. We will say nice work to the lads. And we will be back for the 3rd round draw for the FA Cup. And here we go. Frank Lampard, he's doing the FA Cup 3rd round draw. We'll just advance a couple. Middlesbrough away we'd certainly take. They get Reading. Let's skip to our team. And we get an away draw at Huddersfield. Now, that's not exactly glamorous, but it is a championship side. Sean Maloney currently at the helm. That is not the worst draw in the world. I would have preferred Manchester City away at Coventry. Now, that's some sort of draw. Let's have a look if there's any more standout ties. Sheffield United away at Wickham. Who else has got any big sides? Sunderland, Newcastle in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. That's quite a big one. Obviously, happening in the real life as well at the moment. Southampton, Everton, as we just go down. Man United host Brighton. Aston Villa away at Plymouth. Tottenham at West Brom. So there's some decent ties in there. I must say, we look like we're one of the lowest ranked teams left in the competition. Carlisle or Ebbsfleet will probably take that crown away from us as well. But that is not a bad draw. We could possibly win that at Huddersfield, and I fancy us chances. Let's have a look when that is being played. That is being played at the start of January, so we might actually come back for that. We'll come back for the Huddersfield away game, and we'll also come back for Chesterfield at home, and hopefully we'll have our brand spanking new centre-half in the squad as well. Please do like and subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ra!